Okay, so we are live. Good
Live.
evening, good morning for the Pacific folks. Good evening, good afternoon, whatever time zone you are. Paraphrasing Maciej from 6CLI. My name is Ricardo. I will be your host for this second session. I welcome everyone for this session, which is going to be about Curiefense. Curiefense, it's a really cool project that started, I guess, since 1 year, past 1 year. I have Justin here with me. Justin is gonna tell a bit more about the history and provide you some better information, some better data. And before starting, I would like to welcome Justin. So, welcome, Justin. Welcome,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you for
Well,
having me.
yeah, sure. I'm really excited about this episode. Welcome, everybody that's on YouTube. I can see Engine, Martin from Netherlands. Oh, that's later. That's almost even on Netherlands. So welcome, Pushkar. Thank you everybody for having me. So I'm gonna start with the week on review, and then we can jump into the Curiefense episode. Okay, cool. So let me just put my screen here. You can tell me on the YouTube comments if my screen, I need to increase my letters, the size of my screen. Otherwise, let's get started. So the notes, they are right here. You can see them on tgik.io/notes. This episode is going to be recorded. So and we've got actually another episode today. So first of all, welcome back for you all that were on our episode at I guess 9 p.m. Pacific time. This is the second episode. We are trying to make episodes on a more friendly time for people at Europe, Asia, and Middle East, Pacific, etc. So I don't know how this is gonna be, but this is an experience. Pushkar was earlier today doing the first episode about Conhecer, and then I'm gonna take a look into Curiefense, right? So the recording, in case you missed it, is here in tgik.io/174. So the weekend review before starting. Hey, hi, Juka from Finland. A lot of people from Europe. Cool. Uh, so first of all, Kubernetes version 123 is almost there. We've got an announcement from a code freeze. So right now, only patches and PRs that are blocking the release will be accepted. If you got your patch for 123, lucky you. If not, we are gonna wait until the code unfreeze on 124. Also, we've got an announcement from my huge friend Adolfo Puerco um, about Kubernetes patch release. So let me increase the screen here. Yeah, for you that are running version 120, 121, or 122, we have new patch releases that fixes a lot of bugs. So please fix them. For those of you that are not running a supported version, please do so. don't wait until your APIs all get deprecated before updating your Kubernetes cluster, right? And the news about this release is actually that we have some supply chain level for software artifacts. So SIG release is focusing on making some supply chain security improvements. And I really recommend you all to take a look into this Twitter thread and take a look also into this subject, which is really rising and was part of our TGIK earlier today as well. Okay. Next, Go version 1.18 is almost there, and there is a cool Twitter thread here if you want to take a look. So Daniel Marty, which is one of the Go developers, put a huge list about all of the changes, and besides this version being not like a major release like Go 2, we are getting a lot of new stuff like generics, fuzzing test, some workspace mode, and I really hope that this workspace mode solves an annoying problem for people using VS Code, for example, which is when you open something with a lot of things inside it. VS Code doesn't recognize the workspace, but I may be saying something wrong. Anyway, take a look, and also other improvements that are pretty cool. So we've got some new even some new strings and bytes functions to do to cut the string, right? Yeah, what else? And the new NetIP package. So probably the net package, some methods of the net package, they are going to be deprecated, but as Go have this contract of never removing or never doing a breaking change when you are using like from one version to the same version, like version 1, deprecation means that those functions, they are not going to be maintained anymore, but they are not going to be removed from Go 1. Cool. This thread is really cool. Next one, yeah, this is really nice as well. So for those who don't know about Gatekeeper, Gatekeeper is a project that's a sub-project from Open Policy Agent, but was like a split project and then got incorporated by Open Policy Agent, which implements an admission webhook for Kubernetes that allows you to write Rego policies to protect your cluster. So imagine that you don't want users to create to use images in pods that are using latest tag, for example. So Gatekeeper helps on that a lot. And Gatekeeper had some lack of mutation webhooks, which means actually you accepting something, but then changing the value that users put. So users adding latest, or users using Docker Hub and you changing to your internal Docker registry, for example, because of quality of service, the rate limiting of Docker, right? So Gatekeeper got this mutation webhook and as an alpha version on the earlier release, and now let's move it to beta. So it's really nice to see this tool evolving. And also it got a new CLI. And why is this so important? Because writing Gatekeeper rules and having to add them on your Kubernetes cluster, the constraint templates, and then the constraint was really annoying, right? So you need to have like a Kubernetes cluster or at least an API server running, and no, actually you need to have a Kubernetes cluster too, because the controller needs to run as well, and then you need to apply something and see if it works, and if it doesn't work, you need to do another rule. So now that you have a CLI, things are going to be, I hope, easier to write Gatekeeper rules. A node but gold subject, and that's again in our table, is that Docker shim is deprecated. So we all know about the deprecation of Docker shim, but right now Docker shim is getting removed from 124, right? So Signal is collecting some feedbacks, and they expect users from Docker shim to fill this feedback. So please feel free to open this blog post and also to fill the research. The last news for today of the weekend review, but if someone remembers something, just go ahead and put on the comments here on the chat, is that pod security admission is moving to beta and will be enabled by default on 123. So there is a tweet here from Tim Malclair with some useful links. And for those who don't know, pod security policies is getting on a deprecated path, right? So deprecation in Kubernetes takes to removal later. But there is a new feature which is called pod security admission that helps on at least protecting your pods. So take a look into this. There is a thread, I guess, from luckily from Microsoft, which he teaches how to enable pod security admission in kind cluster as well. Probably let me take a look and see if I can find and put here later. Find Twitter thread. So anyone willing to test this is gonna have some way to test without breaking your production clusters, right? So yeah, now we have Jose from Chile, also Alex from North California. Engine is happy about strings.cut because that's at least like 5 less lines in our Go codes, right? Philip, hey Philip, and Yogi, sorry if I don't know how to speak, but welcome from Singapore. Far from here, and time zone is pretty. It's pretty late in Singapore probably because it's already late here in Brazil. So welcome and thank you for joining us. And so let's get started talking about Curiefense, right? So before asking Justin to tell a bit about Curiefense, and I'm gonna put Justin on the screen here. I had my first contact with Curiefense when it was released. I guess was on version 0.1. For some of you that may not know, I am one of the Ingress Nginx maintainers, and I also worked a lot with HA Proxy Ingress. The HA Proxy Ingress maintainer, which is João, also works at VMware, and we worked together on our past company. So we were a lot of time like seeking into some way to protect our environment, right? So the idea was like we needed some web application firewall, and we need at least to have some protection about like the main web vulnerabilities like SQL injection, remote code execution, and etc. Because even running stuff inside containers, you know that this might be dangerous, and I want to show a bit about this right now. At least how can I use that to like bad developed web applications to break something. And we've been using a lot of mod security a lot, and mod security is an amazing project, so that's really cool, but wasn't enough for us. Even we looked into that, and I think it's an amazing project that was like the pioneer on all of that. So 1 year ago, 1 year and a half, like Curiefense raised it as like a cool Envoy project for web application firewalls, and then I started to look into that and say, hey, this seems really cool. This seems to be something that we are looking for. And from that time to now, I just forgot everything. So I didn't touch it again, Curiefense, right? So let me put Justin back here again. And then we were discussing inside VMware, like, hey, we should probably make some TGIK of something new or something sandboxed. And then I said, hey, I guess now that's time to come back to Curiefense and see how things they are going. So hey, I want to present you Justin, and I want to welcome Justin, and Justin can tell a bit about Curiefense story before we start jumping and breaking stuff, because the idea of TGIK, after all, is breaking stuff, finding that we cannot do the things alone, and asks for some help later, like, hey, explore new technologies, right? So welcome, Justin, and welcome, Andrew. Andrew is from my team at VMware, and he's like here watching as well. So hi, Andrew.
What's up,
yeah.
Andrew?
So go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Ricardo. Yeah, so basically, we're Curiefense started about a year ago, and the backstory is, Zuri Bar Yochai, who founded a company called Reblaze. They've been doing web application security for close to a decade, and there was a really with Envoy becoming more and more popular, there was a need for a web application firewall. And that's something that he and Matt Klein were talking about. And that's where Curiefense came into play, because, the cloud native space is growing. You can't you can't ignore it anymore. And we just saw, he saw a really good opportunity, and he decided that we should submit it to the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, the CNCF. And the beauty with that is, you know, all sandbox projects, the newest projects that come in, they're built. It's to try to get it to a stage of either incubation or graduation, to build on top of other graduated projects. And that is why we're in the CNCF and going all in and making sure that we get direct feedback from the CNCF and cloud native communities, because that's what we're building it for. So yeah, that's kind of like the gist. I mean, obviously there's more history there, but that's kind of just the overview. That's what made me want to join the company to work on Curiefense full time, is just this, there's this need for security, especially with the rise of Envoy. But we also know that Nginx is still a really big player, even in the cloud native space. So, having just basically adding that a couple months ago into the 1.4.0 release to have Nginx support. And yeah, I think overall we're just really excited with the amount of activity. I monitor the stats every day. We have 54 active members, whether it's on GitHub or Slack, and a few other places. But yeah, it's growing, and we just want to see it battle tested, and who better than Ricardo?
Yeah, I am good breaking stuff. So cool.
I love it.
Yeah, cool. And so if you can later just put on maybe on YouTube comments about like the Slack and the Twitter of Curiefense, and I will add as well on the meeting notes. I'm sorry, on the TGIK notes, so
Sure.
people can take a look. Yeah, but really cool. All right, so let's start having some fun here. Let me add. Where is my screen? My screen is right here. So here we are with my screen again. So I have, before starting, I added some links here for people willing to learn a bit about learn a bit about web vulnerabilities and etc. There are some cool projects like the Damn Vulnerable Web Application, WebGoat from OWASP and Juice Shop, and they are vulnerable applications that teaches you actually how to break and how to protect those applications, right? And why I am adding those here, because I want something broken, right? I really want something vulnerable because I want to explore how Curiefense can protect me. So I decided to use DVWA, which is easier, and because I am no Tabitha Stale or Duffin or anyone that's good at those vulnerability stuff. So I just wanted something that I could break. But those are cool projects to learn a bit about web application security. So yeah, take a look into those. So I've got this DVWA, and I created a DVWA container because the DVWA container is pretty old. So I will right now bootstrap this in my machine so we can at least take a look how it looks like a web vulnerability before we start trying to add Curiefense on front of it. Right. So, and please, folks, don't run this in production. Don't run this on your production cluster or something public. So mostly this script it does like create a Docker compose and with like a 777 permission, which is bad, but anyway. So let's do a Docker compose. Docker compose up here and see what happens, right? Okay. I forgot to do some Docker pull, so we are all gonna wait my internet to work. Like to have some speed here. Yay. Yeah. Compilations. While it runs here, let's go back to the Curiefense website, which is good. And the starting point that I want to take a look is the overview and the documentation, right? Because we all need to start, we don't ever, but we should start via the documentations. And here, I want to take a look into the architecture of Curiefense. So they state that Curiefense is an API-first DevOps-oriented web defense HTTP filter adapter for Envoy and Nginx, and provides a lot of security technologies, and it's fully controllable programmatically. Yeah, my English is cool, right? So back in time when I was looking into Curiefense, I remember that what it does is actually it does have an API server, and you can like configure some stuff which I don't remember anymore, and those stuff they got published into a cloud storage which is a bucket, right, Justin? So what's the idea about that? Like it's like all the configuration they get started into an S3 like, or like?
Yeah, I think the idea there was like a GitOps type mentality, where you don't need to have it like in S3 or a Git repository. You can have it as local storage as well. So yeah, but the idea was, if we're going all in with the cloud native ecosystem, then have that supported. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, please
Okay.
let me know.
Yeah, it does. It does. So Jeremy complained about the screen. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget because my screen is pretty big. So let me know, Jeremy, if viewing it's better. Okay, and thank you, Justin. Okay, cool. So taking a look into this, we can see what Justin told. So that's like we've got a web console and a config server, and it publishes on a cloud storage. So this is something. You can say that Curiefense, like the proxies, they keep running even if the cloud storage is offline, right? So we should probably try to remove something and see how it goes. And it's cool, this architecture. So you may have like some metrics, some Elasticsearch to take a look into the logs and some dashboard. So yeah, I want to jump into it soon. Cool. So here my vulnerable application is running, and I just want to make sure that it's really broken, right? So let me improve my screen here and try some admin password. Yay. Is it working? Yeah, login. Cool. So DVWA is an application that it's vulnerable by definition. And it allows you to do things like I want, for example, to do a common injection. So this is a ping device, and I want to ping my router here. So if I do something like this, it's not working because of something, but it should. But anyway, ping is not getting that. But if I do something like this, yeah. So it doesn't have any string sanitization, right? So I can do a cat etc pswd. And what if I run this inside Kubernetes, if this application is running inside Kubernetes? So I can, for example, exfiltrate my service account. and if I exfiltrate my service account, I may have some more privileges that I should, right? So the idea here is I want to try Curiefense to protect this because this was like a poorly developed application and it allows me to run anything inside my container. Let's take a look into some other stuff, right? So I have this file inclusion, which is including something here. I'm sorry about my bar here because I can't increase the size of this one. Let me see if I can do. Yeah. Hey, this is new to me. Cool. So if I try to do something like this and put, what happens? It doesn't open because www.google doesn't exist. But if I try something like this, wait. So yeah, this is allowing me to include something remote, so I can do whatever I want, right? So this is bad. So I wanna try to protect myself of this as well. And the last thing is like if I can add some cross-site scripting here and say, hey, my name is Ricardo and my message is script. Who doesn't love JavaScript, right? What's going on here? It doesn't allow me to do that. So it doesn't love me. Better. Script. What happens if I do this? Hey, look, I can do something here like redirect my window to something vulnerable, right? So yeah, I want to protect myself of this as well. So I want to see how Curiefense can help me on that. I need a web application firewall because I can't always rely on secure development. So hey, what's up, Sayam? What's up, Carlos? So let's take a look into this. So we already passed into the architecture here, and like we know that we have a server here. Represents a research protected by Curiefense. So this is what we actually want to protect, right? And we have Elasticsearch and a lot of stuff, and a web console, cool. Config server, which puts the configuration in cloud storage, and I really wanna take a look into that. And yeah, so there is some installation thing here. Let me open and some getting started. So probably I wanna jump into the getting started because keep reading documents. You can do that, right? Yeah. So we have all of these. I just wanna get started. So let's do this. Cool. Hey, there is a lot of stuff here. So let's begin. Yeah. apt blah 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 blah. I have Docker here in my machine, and I probably have Curiefense here on my terminal as well. So, yeah. So how can I deploy compose? I love Docker compose up. So I remember that probably this is gonna download half of the internet, right, Justin? It takes like a lot of things, but what's most like the things that are like downloading? It's like Elasticsearch, which is heavier.
Yeah, it's very dependency heavy. I'm not gonna pretend that, but yeah, it takes a bit to get up and running, but once it is, it's very fast to start and go down. But yeah, I mean, you got to think like we have so many dependencies, like just the codependencies that Elasticsearch needs, and it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want to say it's bad. Okay, that's I was just saying. Hey, I remember like yesterday I was doing some not some dry run, but just looking if I still know how to use Linux. and and I was like, hey, I am out of space here on my disk, so was like, but just having some fun. But yeah, just kidding. But that's cool. So let's wait until this is running here and take a look. So is it possible right now to deploy Curiefense directly in Kubernetes?
Yes.
Like
Yes,
I can.
we don't have it well documented, but that's definitely something we have to work on. To be honest, it's something that we're getting a lot in our Slack channel. A lot is, hey, I want to do this, but there's no way to, there's no documentation about it. So it's a lot of great feedback we've been getting for the past 2 weeks. So we believe by 1.50 we'll have like a lot better use cases, because what's really interesting is you build software and then you don't realize what people are going to actually their use cases. So you think like, oh, this is how they're going to use it. They're just going to use it with Istio, and no, that's not like some people can't use Docker. They're like, I can't use Docker. I need to run it like, on a sidecar or whatever. And it's just like, oh, we thought, everyone would just use Docker. Why would, so it's
Yeah.
it's the growing pains of having an open source project, is just finding these different use cases that are just beyond your imagination. Oh, we're starting. Yay.
Yay. Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. Let me see if everything starts. Yeah.
Wait. I gotta give Carlos some props. That made me laugh. If people complain about npm install.
Yeah. Oh, Maven. Right. Yeah. Cool. Hey, what's up, Homulo? Homulo is a friend of mine from Israel. It's pretty late in Israel as well. So yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So Carlos is telling me there is a page in the docs install with Helm. Is that not the way to install on Kubernetes? We may take a look. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I guess it's just like certain people like can't use like, or they want to use Linkerd, and I'm not sure if that. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't want to use
that.
ZTIO. For example, I just wanted to use like a standalone deployment.
Exactly.
Maybe Helm chart deploys ZTIO. Yeah, we definitely should take a look. Yeah, so that's online. And okay, let me add this to my etc host here. Did I Control C something? No. Hey, password. Hey. Hey. Yeah, so okay, so I want to jump into the admin interface first. Oh, cool. So we have this admin interface, and probably I want to take a look into the getting started thing because it tells me what to do, right? I don't know what Carlos mean by so smooth and so relaxed. I definitely am not, but yeah, thanks. So cool. So we have this API Echo Web Server, which is something running behind, I guess. So if I try to do this in my terminal, is it going? Yeah, cool. So that's an Echo server. And why would I use this Echo server? Probably trying to protect it, right? So I want to know how to do that with my vulnerable Docker Compose application as well. Cool. So we've been here already. So we have some containers, some cool containers here. The Curie proxy is like, and I imagine that's an Envoy server
Exactly.
running,
Yep.
right? Cool.
Yeah, we include it in.
Cool. Something that syncs, something that runs periodic maintenance, logger, configuration server, UI server. So yeah, there is a lot of containers here. And here is how it stores the configs. And yeah, this is where I want to get, right? So I want to try to put some rate limiting, some static filtering, and see how can I protect it. So cool. Where is it? So I have this machine here. Let me increase the size. Uh, so yeah. So Carlos wrote that it looks heavy, and my answer to him is, I'm just kidding, okay, folks. But what security stuff doesn't look heavy with a lot of firewalls and a lot of web application firewalls and stuff, right? So, but to be honest, I think this is, if you try to take a look into, like, let's say, the idea of Curiefense, in my opinion, it's cool because the heavy part of anything is the management part, right? So I remember like dealing with Graylog, for example, and the heavy part of Graylog was like the Java application and the Elasticsearch thing, and maybe everything that deals with management. The management side usually is heavy, but I mean, what needs to be light, and I hope so, is the proxy, right? So I don't want to have any kind of latency for my users because I am applying a lot of rules. So this is what matters in my opinion. Right, so it's open. So in the left sidebar, select policy and rules if not already selected. So policy and rules, yeah, I am here. I'm definitely here. And at the top left of the page in the second pull down control, global filters. Global filters, cool. So what's that about? So what's global filters? Global filters, tags to request and session. So a global filter is a way to mark something, is that right? Like I want to mark some traffic?
Exactly.
Is,
Yeah. It's like basically, yeah, it's like a tagging system.
okay, so I want to create like a new global filter. And what I need to do here, next in the tags, header test, so tags, header test. I want to call this, let's say, Ricardo's filter, right? Create, blah, blah, blah. Then at the top of the current empty, list to the right, another new entry by selecting create a new section. Where is it? Okay, here. So I need to say that this is a header, right? Or is it, okay, that's a header. That's all. We have created a simple, where is it? Header, foo is the name, test is the value. Foo, test. Should I click on the save button? Add and save. Yeah, cool. So it looks like this. So we have created every request that contains the header named full will match the regex TCN. We receive a tag of header test. Now save the configuration and where is the publish? I have saved it. Publish changes right here. Okay. There are some questions while that, Justin. So isn't void the only component in the data plane? Like between the traffic?
These are great questions, and I am completely embarrassed just to say, like, I'm more of like the evangelist behind everything. What I can say is all these questions I can answer and deliver them or get answered and deliver them back. Again, I apologize. I tried to get two of our engineers on, and they had conflicting things. So apologies,
Yeah,
Carlos.
no, no
They're
worries.
great questions. I just wish I could answer them, but I don't want to BS.
Hey, just don't worry about that. You told me I was just like I was just asking. So, but yeah, we probably want to take a look into that later. Maybe trying to
Yeah,
remove. Yeah,
what we could do is we could put these questions in the show notes, and then I can get answers, and then that will just be distributed through uh
sure.
the TGIK's channels.
Yeah, amazing. I don't want to embarrass you. Sorry, sorry, Justin.
No. I didn't mean it that way. I just didn't want to, you know, make things up to No, Carlos, you're fine. You're fine. You're
Yeah,
fine.
you're
It's it's
just
it's
kidding.
me being insecure about myself. And
Okay,
keep asking questions. They're great questions, and I will get them answered. It just won't be right away because my team is like asleep right now.
cool. So it was published. Let's play a bit here, and we are all learning here, folks. So this is TGIK, right? So I can do something wrong. I can't even use my terminal. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I am doing this Curie.demo no header, and then I will do this passing my header full and evaluate test. And let's see what's doing here. So both of the requests, they are the same, but yeah, they are the same, right? The only difference is that I am passing this header here. So I should navigate right now to Kibana. So let's take a look into Kibana. And no, I don't want to enable security. Sorry about that. We are just playing with security here. And what should I look at? So this shows that your request is just sent in order of receipt. So my requests, they are here? Really? Where are they? Access log. Agent. If I do something like this, should say show me something else. Timestamp, blah, 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 blah. Agent name, file bit. I can't see nothing. Downstream, directory remote. What this should do? This should add something, right? Where is it? Reason unspecified, keyword with header. I should be looking into something. Let me reduce a bit my screen just to find. Couldn't find something. Let me see what I am missing. This show that your request is just sent in order. Click on the span button, and you should look ACL name into the tags. So where are those tags? I want to see only the tags here. Tags. Tags. Default ACL. Is it? Isn't here? Default. Oh, blah, blah. What it should show me? It's not showing me nothing. I'm missing something probably. I did something wrong. Let me see. Policies. And I want to see global filters. And I have, where is my filter? What's the name of that filter? Ricardo's filter. Oh, maybe it is case sensitive? Oh, full test. Let's try again something else. Header full test. Okay, add, and we should remove. Oh, that's the same thing. So I should, that's active. Okay, and let's save it. And let's publish again and see what goes on. And is it published? Yeah.
There it
So
is.
let's try again. I will do a bunch of requests just to see if they appear. Here. So let's go back here and see if I can see something else here. So those are my requests, and I have this agent ID not blocked. I don't want all of those Docker stuff thing, metadata. Tags, stream, keyword. Okay, security policy, default entry, header. Oh, cool. So here it is. So that's getting tagged. Nice. So right now we are just tagging our traffic, right? So let me see. I want to try to block. So in this case, we are going to block all the requests with header tests. So in the left menu, navigate to the policy and rules, blah, 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 blah. So policy and rules, ACL profiles, it's that right. Enter into the deny column, enforce deny or deny. So HDR test. Oh, nice. It fills automatically. So cool. So I tap the traffic and then I block those. Is that right? Is the idea? So let's take a look into this. Save your changes, then publish. So I want to save, and then I want to publish my changes and publish it. And let's wait a bit. Yay, cool. So it wasn't blocked. It should be blocked. It takes some time to get blocked, right? Or I should add that to enforce deny, maybe. Let's see. Policy, ACR, default ACL, HDR test, deny. Why isn't it being blocked? Oh, it should still work. So, Curiefense security profiles are in report monitor mode. Ah, cool. So I should read the documentation, right? Information is also visible in the logs. So if I refresh here, I should see right now, don't show me again, that this is blocked. Where is the blocked? Yay, cool. Oh, cool, nice. And the response code. So if I want to activate these policy and rules, security policies, and then, where is it? Oh, I keep losing my docs here. Security, you can assign policy on any scale. Just show me how to do that. Expand the default profile, expand it. And I need to do what? Then activate by checking the active mode checkbox. ACI save. One thing that I think it's nice here that I was seeing, it's a lot of like look like into GitOps stuff, right? So you have the fork thing, and then you have the publish. And when I do the publish, I can see I have versioning. So it's cool, the idea of maybe, so this version control, I can just publish all of my control into a GitHub, for example. I should try that. Let me see if I can link into my there is one branch and 8 commits. So how can I link this into my GitHub? It would be cool to have this.
You're right, and that is a feature request. Right now, what we did was we built Git into Curiefense, so we would have like a Git ops by default. But there are people, as I said earlier, when you start a project, you're like, oh, this is how people are going to want it, and then they're like, no, I want to connect my private GitHub repo. We're just like, yeah, that would make sense. So it's something
That's true.
definitely, yeah, it's definitely something that's on the roadmap. But right now it is just built in. It's built on top of Git inside of uh, Curiefense.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, exactly, Carlos.
I close it. I will just open again. Cool. Nice. So right now I have blocked, so it should block, right? Hey, nice.
Nice.
So if yeah, it works. But I want to break things. Everything is working fine. I need to break stuff.
Yeah.
Where is it's the response something, right? That's the response code. Response headers. Yeah, cool. Amazing. Let's move forward. I just played a bit with this, so that's forbidden. And I have all of this, so we have some rate limiting. I just don't want to play with rate limit. I want to take a look if I can, for example, use some rules like OWASP rules to block something, right? So I want to block my SQL injections. So let me take a look into here. I have this deployment in deep, but right now I don't think I want to take a look into this. I want to look into maybe web application firewall policies. So what it does, uh, a WAF profile is set of security. Every deployment includes default. Every blah blah blah. The request was blocked before WAF filtering. Cool. So I want, for example, content filtering, parameters constraint. I just want to block things. I like to block things. Nice. So let me see here. I have these policies and rules, and I want to take a look into, don't know, content, ACL profiles. What should I do here? Security profiles. Yes, here. And I want to content. Where is my WAF? Content filter. Yeah. So I want content filter rules here. And this is, what is this? Oh, I have like a lot of rules that are those like the same rules of maybe mod security? That's the OWASP rules here.
Yeah, so DAOs actually came from Reblaze's commercial product. Why they're not properly named, not sure. But basically, as I said before, everything that came from Curiefense was like came from that proprietary uh, product, and kind of just everything they've learned over the years is slowly just trickling into Curiefense. But as you can see, there are some issues, some human readable issues. But yeah, there's multiple policies that have been used by customers in the past.
Cool. Yeah, that's in my opinion that's acceptable. That's a sandbox project anyway, right? So we are just playing
Exactly.
here. Yeah. So cool. Let's just break things. So I have this default content filter here, and I have these content filter rules. So I want to apply those content filter rules into this content filter profile. Should I do something else here? I don't think so, right? Let me see if I am breaking So I have these rules here, and I want just to apply this into my maybe my security profile, the default one, and I wanna active. Ah, cool. Right. So let's save and see if I can simulate something here. Right. Engine is asking us to make some try on egress blocking too. I can try it, like some data loss protection, maybe some PYY, right? So I want to block something that contains something that contains something was beautiful. Sorry, something some traffic that contains like protected data. So yeah, we can try that. Carlos asked why it's not a CRD. Do you have an idea, Justin? Like something integrated with Kubernetes, like an operator, something like that.
I don't, but I have a markdown file on my text editor that I will be getting all these answers for. It's a great question. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe it's just a matter of like creating an operator that integrates with Curiefense API, Carlos. So we could make that. For example, we could have some fun on that, right? Let's take a look into some rule, some nice rule that I can block. Statement injection. So I remember there was something with Windows or something like that. Uh, Come on, I lost that. JavaScript, no. HT-access. Yeah, HT-access is a good one to test, right? So let's see. HT-access. Oh, it passed. Why it passed?
I think you have to hit publish or save in the top right corner.
I didn't?
Uh, it,
I did?
I did, oh, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was still. Sorry about that.
No worries. I'm just trying to figure out why it is not. So there is this global filter. Maybe no, this is the one that just adds the traffic stuff. Security policies. It should be using specify editing, blah, 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 blah. I have this default off. Yeah. So I'll rejects name. Oh, maybe I should create some security policy that matches anything. It does. Matches rate limit rules, default content filter. I'll save it. Let me try to publish again and see what goes on. Because web application firewall is separate from that marking thing, right? The rate limiting. So should it be working? Like I
Yeah, it
guess so.
should. Let's let's try it one more time now that it's
Yeah.
published.
Maybe I am just adding something wrong or doing this. Oh. Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm. Let me
Interesting.
try to figure out if there is some other cool rule that can be used. Like this one is a good one.
Yeah.
It's passing. Maybe in Kibana there is something
Oh, that's go back to where you were.
here.
No, the other one. The one that you were on just previously. Yeah.
Here.
Okay, so you chose that, right? Can you
Yeah.
did you hit the save button in the top right corner?
I didn't change anything in here, but I have saved it here. I guess here, this one. When I have enabled this content filter,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I should add this into the content profile, like
Hmm.
restrict. Arguments. I just want to make everything work. Oh, matching names default. So this matches anything.
Mhm.
Yuka asked, what's the configuration pull interval? Like it's immediate. I I don't know if you know about that as well. Maybe, but that's pretty fast, right? I was like trying, so maybe it's watching the.
Yeah, it should be pretty real time. Um, okay, interesting.
Yeah. Let me read here and see if I can see what the hell am I doing wrong. So there is flow control policy. This is like when you need a get before a post. Oh, this is nice. So I have this global filter, which applies some filter into something, and you can apply. We've been already there. I want to see security policies. Policy overview. Display is a list of security policies assigned to them. Every incoming Curiefense finds components of a security policy, host definitions, path maps. Okay, matching name and path, creating a security policy. Uh, it's here. We can do something new, but that's nah. I just want to use this one. Path maps. So what's the path maps? It's all active. Create a new limit row. So I did save it, but let me save this again. WAF policy. Even the name is different because this is like, but content filter profile probably is the same as WAF, right? Web application firewall. I would say this is like just a new version, maybe. Yeah, at least that's on the
Yeah,
same.
the docs are probably out of date. That's something we have to address.
Sure. If it's green, is active. So it's green, it's active. Content filter. Ensure that security policy is not in the for domain matching, path map, activate. Okay, create. I wanna policy specific. I should probably add something here. Reasons why WAF filtering may not occur. The request was blocked before WAF. No. The applicable ACL profile resulted in an action of bypass. The WAF is not in active mode for this URL. That's not our case. For an incoming request will be compared to the WAF rules. Maybe I need to do something like content filter profiles, and I should add something like this thing. Do like curia.demo. Is this right? And I want to match anything. Anything works? No. That's a regex. What if I try just to force this? No. Yeah, so it's not worth to. Maybe, yeah, maybe we need to figure out what can be done, but I will just save it and go back to this profile here. And I'm missing something here. Existing rule. Okay. We'll try once more and see if maybe it needs like the rate limiting rule. Anyway, if it doesn't work, at least we know that I need to read better the documentation, because
Well,
we are,
no, you know who to
yeah,
blame.
yeah, exactly. But the cool, but I mean, I was looking into trying to use that with my Kubernetes stuff, but I don't think we are gonna have time. We spend a long time here. Maybe we should do another like episode just trying using in Kubernetes. But I think that it's really cool anyway. The idea of creating rules and deploying them in Envoy. I'm just annoying that this is not working. So let me. I will just do like and see if the rate limit at least serves me. No, no, no. Probably I need to add like a security profile here, a security policy that matches my Curie demo. Let's see, Curie.demo. And I want to enable everything, and I want to attach a rule here and save it. And I think I forgot to add, yeah, I didn't save the rule here. Amazing. And publish. At least I want to try to hit like the rate limit and see. So I don't know if you know, Justin, but is this rate limiting also distributed between the Envoy proxies? Like, uh, are they? Is like one Envoy proxy aware of the other one if I try to do something? Because I know that in some cases, like doing that control, that distributed global rate limiting control is pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Um, one thing that I would do is probably do like a bash, a while true, curl, and then done.
Yeah.
That's what I do to check the.
Let's see. Let's see. Paste it.
Yeah, perfect. Let's see if it comes back.
Not getting blocked.
No.
Probably there is one small button saying I want to block everything.
Yeah. It's just annoying.
Like this enforced deny would be a tag. I should tag? No, right? It doesn't tag.
Tag.
I mean, this when I do this,
Mhm.
when I hit some rule here, does this get tagged? Then I need to tag something? Not sure.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure. Yeah, I need to explore that more. Let me see in Elasticsearch here if at least like this is getting tagged. So maybe it's some way. This is some way we can see, right? So Let me open this. I know that my screen is a bit small, folks, but it's because request. I want to see my request downstream, blah, 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 blah. Where is that blocked field? I pass it blocked false. Protocol, input type, no rate limit. Yeah, this is my request. So what are the tags that I'm getting here? So this is something, ACL name, default ACL, content filter name, default content filter, security policy, entry default. There is no block or anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. If you try, I mean, searching, maybe something would come up, but I mean, the last commands that or the last curl that you're running was something that was supposed to be blocked. So
It's here. It's just going on.
yeah, exactly.
Let me see. Let's make one more try. Otherwise, we should probably allow folks to go back to their families. But we can, yeah. But we can. Should
Yeah,
I?
if we do this again, we'll definitely get a contributor or a maintainer of the project that can do things in real time. It's just the timing was off.
Yeah. Let me add some header here. What's the restrict thing? Header name full, and the value name instead of being full test being full Ricardo, and save it. And I don't wanna. Okay, this is something that actually masks the header. Let's see. Publish. Oh, nice. We can. Oh, I missed this one. That we could see like
Yeah, you could
the
set up any
database.
S3 compatible storage for publishing, or you could do it locally. It's up to you.
Yeah, I've missed this one. Let me publish here. Let's see if this is going fine. I need to maybe the header is here and that's not getting blocked. So yeah, I'm not sure what we should do right now, because I can see by the logs that it's getting hit by that content filter name, the full content filter, right? So it's getting at least on the right place, the full content filter, and the header is here, matching value, strict mask. I don't know if this should be something. I will try to save it again. But cool, yeah. I think that we've been like doing, folks, do you want us to try to explore something else that's not, we should probably stop right now, but at least like, I mean, I am not. I am happy at all with this because it's really cool to see the evolution of the project and how we get like web application firewall rules right now. And probably I'm just messing with something that I shouldn't. So anybody wants to take a look into something else, I will keep trying a bit more just to see if I can break something. At least I could. See, I say that I would break something, Justin, I did. Probably
Yeah.
my own fault here, but I
No,
yeah, let me, yeah, go ahead.
no. I mean, that's you're doing. to me, like with my experience doing this, I don't know why it's failing. It's probably something like I'm totally overlooking. But yeah,
I have disabled my content filter here just to take a look if this is still getting into the tag. Otherwise, I would say, hey, this is getting blocked by tag. So engine asking us to take a look into
yeah,
Grafana, and so let's do this.
Grafana is good. Admin,
Secure password, right?
exactly, and then you can just skip or you can set something. I don't know.
Usually I use my cool. So I
Yeah,
should go to
so
the dashboard.
yeah, or go to playlist. And we created some playlists or some.
Play playlist.
Yeah, try that. Sorry. Yeah, manage.
Manage.
Yeah, and then and then yeah, you can do the overview.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
so the at least like the memory footprint is really small, right?
Hmm.
And we have like, yay, it's like 8 active connections and upstream network traffic. But to have some graphs about target side, nice. To have some graphs about maybe blockade stuff. Is this
Yeah,
on the full
we're
entry?
always we're looking to always improve the Grafana dashboards because Grafana is like what it's the go-to tool for graphing. And yeah, for the alerts, I believe is just done through Grafana. I've never set any up myself. I don't run this in production myself. So um yeah, it uses Prometheus and Grafana to do graph or visualizations.
Yeah. Sounds good, like using Grafana or even Prometheus Alert Manager. I guess that's cloud native compliant, right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
yeah. So yeah, but that's yeah, cool. That's a good that's a good that's a good dashboard for like a command center or something, or a security operations center here. Unfortunately, we just couldn't have anything blocked here, right? Let's take a look into Prometheus as well. So Prometheus, I want to take a look into the queries that exists. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you can still use Prometheus, grab those metrics and send to wherever you want, right? So
Hmm.
that's something that should work. All right. So I will keep trying to break things here. Just let me go back to my Kibana and see if my things they are still getting tagged. But I guess that for now maybe we should be done. And congratulations, Justin, to you and the team. This is a really cool project. I mean, as soon as we get like more tracking into that, and I want to motivate folks to take a look into that and provide feedback, because any of those projects actually they are like they are moved by the feedbacks, right? So I think that we've got a lot of those today, and this is security is something more and more that we need to take a look into that. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I got the security policy here as well, and it's hitting the Curia demo after I have removed that one, but that's still not blocking. Not
Yeah,
sure why.
it's very weird. I'm not sure what's going on, but now that we have this on video, we can our maintainers will definitely go over it and see what can change. I don't know when you release your show notes, but if you can give me a couple of days to get those answered, I would love.
That's
I
there.
want, yeah, I want some accountability. Like I'm going to get these questions answered because they're really good. I just don't have
Sure,
the answers at this moment.
sure. Oh, I have one more thing that I want to try before just saying, yeah, nothing works for me.
Mhm.
What if I try to change this to this default content filter? I don't know if the space is a problem. Shouldn't be, but
I know through the
shouldn't be, but I am persistent on my attempts, right? So ignore alphanumeric input. Blah rules. Let's publish and see. The last attempt, folks. Otherwise, we should all go to our weekend. But let's make one more try. Is it published? Yeah. Where is my? Yeah, no joy blocking stuff. Maybe I am missing something here.
one more thing. Let's try this. Let's go
Yeah.
to it. Let's shut down the servers, Control C on those, and try bring it up again. Just
There is some reason unspecified thing here.
Oh, yeah. See, it's your fault.
Hey, yeah, it's getting blocked. We should have take a look into the logs before like complaining about the envoy proxy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So let's try it now, and see what. Oh, okay. I saw some.
Yeah, it's still getting blocked, but I'm not getting.
You're not getting a return response. Okay.
Yeah. Not, it's like blocked false and then getting like reason specified, not always a detail. So that's not getting blocked. It's just getting logged here, right? So I'm not sure. I can stop again and do a like stop and see what happens. Probably it's getting some timeouts. And then a Docker compose up and see if that's not getting rate limited as well. Yeah, no joy here. I would put a bet that it's something missing here on the profile that I am not sure what should be added here, but
yeah.
Anyway, we try it, right?
Wait, one more thing. Go back to the previous screen you're on.
ACL profiles?
Not that one. The flow rate limits?
Rate limits.
Okay. Maybe since it's at the bottom, it just has like a slash. Just maybe, entry match slash is you just go to the while true curl command right in your thing, and then just remove slash password
just to see. Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing. Okay. No dice. All right. Well, hey.
What? Yeah. Nothing. So Homulo say that probably it's in monitor mode, but that's not. We have actually changed it here in security profile. We have enabled that, so it's not in monitor mode.
Yeah.
But that's a good try. If I disable the ACL profile and just leave like the default content, we can keep trying.
Yeah, it's just so weird. I was like, I there's just got to be something I'm totally overlooking. Like I've done this a billion times. Like I don't know why it's not blocking.
I have no idea as well. Hey, oh no, I thought it was blocking, but it's not. No
dice.
I thought it was like, yeah. Probably it's like the version that I'm using. It's 1.3. 1.3. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the one in Docker Compose, right?
oh, you're using
1.3.10.
1.3. Oh yeah, we should have went with. I thought it was 1.4. We were
Yeah,
using 1.4. That's the latest one, but I don't
I
know.
am.
Maybe that doesn't matter in the end.
I am. Yeah, I am on the like Docker tag here. What's the Docker tag that's using?
Uh,
Where is this getting from? Like this Docker Compose team.
mm,
I don't know where is this coming from. Image Docker tag. Not sure.
yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, yeah, we'll to be continued if people are still want to see this happen, but yeah,
Oh, it's on main.
it's on. Oh, okay, so it's the latest. Okay, got it. Yeah, yeah. So you're just pulling it from head.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Well,
Okay. So Juka made a last question before we tear down. So that's if the configuration is human readable. If
yeah,
the yeah.
it's all YAML. I mean, it's the go-to could cloud native config.
YAML engineer, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah, cool. So today was like an amazing. To me, it was like an amazing uh, uh, episode.
Failure.
Was really yeah not as well. At least we've got like some stuff working. We've got like the tagging working. I mean, probably it's something really simple to solve that we've been missing. But anyway, it was really cool, Justin. I would like to thank you, and I think that yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for the audience for putting up with my non-answers. But again, we'll get these questions answered. And Carlos, you just made my day. You were the comic relief of this, so thank you.
Yeah, I would like to thank you all again and have a nice weekend, folks. I will try. I will see if I can make it work and maybe put on the notes as well and see what I was missing. Maybe something on Docker Compose or I don't know. But again, was really cool and thank you all for joining us and have a nice weekend, you all. See ya.
Bye, all. Thank you.